One is an idiot, it might be both of them. Shut up, dude.
Hello there.
Bisway, Froji.
You practicing for when they take over?
No,
it's not long.
No, I've just been feeling the knee howdy, bro. just been feeling it.
Knee howdy.
Knee howdy. Welcome to Shut Up, Dude.
It's a podcast.
Bro, my algorithm's been showing me knee howdy shit. It's so funny. Have you seen it?
Like what?
Bro, it's like a Chinese guy and his mum, they're all speaking Chinese. His mum feeds him a burger and he starts eating it, and then he starts eating it real ravenously. He's like, ah! And the camera pans away and he comes back and he's wearing a blue cowboy hat. Like, how y'all doing? Like frantically blowing a harmonica and shit. I could watch that guy all day. It's amazing.
That's brilliant. No, I have not seen Knee Howdy yet.
Better than what you normally get from any algorithm in my experience.
Yep.
I'll show you some on the break, bro. It's good fun.
Yeah.
How you been?
I've been awesome, bro. I got a new job.
Yo,
So,
congratulations.
Leaving where I currently am and going to greener pastures.
Hell yeah, bro.
Pretty excited.
Yeah, good to hear.
Custom building a role, so
Mean, bro.
stoked as with it.
Yeah.
And then, I bought new golf clubs and got to test them out yesterday on one of the hardest courses in New Zealand. Got to play Paraparaumu, so...
Yeah, you see the PGA just played there.
Yeah, they did the PGA Champs for New Zealand there, so like the tee boxes, like they have... So you have the ladies' tee, then you have the normal, and then they have like the black tees, which is the pro ones.
Yeah.
So we played the course at, if not the pro level, one step down.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just real eye-opening to see how good you have to be at that level.
Yeah, bro.
And like trying to land a golf ball on a green, like anywhere I play, I hit the ball very high.
Yeah.
So if I'm heading into a green, I normally leave a dent in it.
Right.
Like it'll just land.
Yeah.
And then you fix up the pitch mark, and this is like trying to land on a pool table.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like we had several shots because we played in a group where you have to hit, like everybody hits, and then you take the best shot.
Okay.
And you play from there.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's called Ambrose.
Yeah.
And you play like that, which is fun because you can, if somebody hits a good shot, then you can get up and just fucking go for it and put everything you in. That's what you wouldn't normally do.
Yeah, bro.
Because it might go horribly wrong.
Go for big air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool borders for all day.
Yeah.
Because I was lucky enough I got to play that course with my dad.
Yeah.
And now Flash has been on the podcast before. I didn't realise that it's like his bucket list course. So
true, bro.
he was just over the moon, and
awesome.
Yeah, he described it as walking around with 3 thumbs up. So yeah, hanging out with your father while he's got half a chubby on a golf course can be quite illuminating.
It's very wholesome, bro.
Yeah,
except for the way you said it, but the experience sounded
I got to have cool parts where I'm more flexing about it, because like I had a drive that was 297 meters, which is right up in pro territory.
Yeah.
That's like if you want to be on the tour, you have to hit that consistently.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I put a few down yesterday that were that far.
Mean.
Because I found this video online that explains it perfectly, and I've been sending it to everybody.
Yeah.
Your ability to drive the golf ball is completely correlated to your value as a man. So if you can't stripe it at 250, that's why.
I might be trans.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't thought about it that far, but I have.
Logical extension.
It's a logical conclusion.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you can't do it, that's what's wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to chase what it is.
Yeah.
Why don't people like you? Why are you unlovable?
Yeah.
All of that shit, bro, it comes down directly to how well you can drive a golf ball.
Damn.
Yeah.
Can you practice? Like, if no one loves you, can you practice golf until people do love you?
I think that's what happens. As soon as you develop the ability to stripe 250, it all turns around.
Okay.
But if it's going hard and you're not having a good time at the moment, see how far you hit a golf ball. That might be it. Because if you can put some time in and get to the 250 mark with one big shot, I think even you start appreciating who you are.
Do you think that's applicable to a lot of things in life, or is golf specific?
100% golf, and it's just driving. It's not putting.
It's not putting.
It's not any
putting sucks. Nobody cares about putting.
No one cares, bro. Yeah. No.
So how far can you send it?
It's directly how far can you send it off the tee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't know, it's one of the more fun things to do, but it's awesome because when you look at the pros, it's just ungodly what those guys can do, how far they can hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care how interesting or not interesting that is for people, but if you look up the dudes that are just that's all they do, is these fellas just tee up and smack it as far as they fucking can. It makes no sense how far they're hitting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like cunts are hitting it 400 meters.
Yeah.
It's like 4 rugby fields, like Happy Gilmore on the, like what they take the piss out of in that movie.
Yeah.
Fellas can achieve now. So going out and playing a real top-notch course, which is in top-notch standings for a tournament of the best players, you get a real good gauge on where you sit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I had a hard time hitting off the fairways because they're better than most of the greens I've played on. So, yeah, it was quite cool. But yeah, getting to watch the old man run around all excited was probably the highlight.
Yeah, that's tight too, bro.
Yeah.
So
I've had heaps of wins this year.
Yeah.
Got a PS5, so I've started gaming hard out.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. You see why people do it, eh? When you dip into it for a bit. You're like, I get it.
It's still dumb when people talk about it, though.
Yeah, bro, that's true.
Yeah, like a cunt tries to tell you
fucking, there's an episode that we recorded and we didn't release because when we listened back, it turned out we just talked about video games for most of it.
And it was dumbass.
Yeah. So we do have some standards on this show.
Yeah.
Some. Bro, my algorithm, the other shit it was feeding me was just is just Asians doing American stuff. So it's like
it's because you keep watching that other guy.
Yeah, probably, but it's but it's like Japanese guys playing like cock and bluegrass and shit. So good. I don't know why it's so wholesome to me.
There's a video that went around the other day out of China, and it's a classroom, like a primary school.
Yeah.
And there's about 30 kids all playing guitar. But they're playing like the most advanced sort of sweep patterns you've ever seen.
Yep.
And they all look about 11.
Yeah. You must have seen that Korean one where there's like 6 of them lined up on stage and they're all playing guitars. Or every time I see that, I'm like, God, I wish my son was Korean. Fuck.
Missed by a whisker. You just get a fucking ginger with Chinese lineage.
Yeah, a little bit in the eyes. You see it. I was thinking about this week, you know, like back in the day, they'd get the Catholic Church and that would commission the greatest artists to do stuff.
Yeah.
Even like, is it Michelangelo that painted the Sistine Chapel?
I believe so.
Da Vinci? I don't remember any of these guys, but they're not particularly fond of the church. Turns out if you lose yourself in your art, you can kind of pick the spirituality stuff as a scam from a ways away. Like, no, this is corrosive to the spirit.
Yes.
I don't like this. I understand humanity way better than you guys. Anyways, they still hire those guys back in the day to do these big projects, and it was making me think about Kanye because he's obviously, bro, hear me out, because he's obviously a very talented musical artist. He could probably do hymns, like they do hymns that they bring into the next couple 100 years, but they're written by Kanye. Think about it, bro. He's perfect for this specifically because he fucking loves God, goes back and forth on the Jews. Perfect. That's the perfect guy to have doing your hymns for the Catholic Church.
Famously addicted to porn.
Is he?
Yeah, he's talking about making his own porn company.
He talked about sucking his cousin's dick. Like, how much do you? How much of what he says is
everything is gospel. Oh my God, I get it now.
Yes, bro, it's gospel. You hear yourself?
No, bro, fuck that guy.
The coolest shit they did recently was that atomic Jesus thing. You know that the nuclear Armageddon shit in the Vatican, the big gold statue that you see the Pope sitting in front of.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's like
the reincarnation of Jesus through the crater of a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, bro, that thing.
And his head's a snake.
Bro, that's dope. They should be doing some music though.
Get Slayer to do it.
They got all this money. Like, what's it for? Come on.
I thought it was to move around all the dudes that keep touching kids.
You have to do that. That's the cost of doing business, unfortunately.
It turns out it's way more of a priority and success than we all thought.
It is, and maybe we'll get to a bit of that later, if you're interested.
Well, I've been cracking up because you were right.
About what part?
Everything about war is just connected directly to religion and the Armageddon that's coming and how Jesus will return on this horse and all that.
Bro, did you hear that there was American commanding officers shouting that at their guys, that Trump is, and that's not an isolated incident. One guy didn't do that. A bunch of fucking guys did that. Almost like the message came from higher up.
Yeah, dude.
To tell your soldiers, hey, we're fighting a holy war and Trump's bringing Jesus back. Fuck!
Bro, I know you probably got the dumbest guys in there already as the soldiers.
Yeah.
The dudes that get a lobster for dinner and not realise they're going to war tomorrow.
Sure.
Those dudes. But they're getting told, like, you know, you got to do this for Jesus. The old late JC needs you here. you corn-fed steroid.
Yeah.
Now run at these guys. And it's just fucking insane to think that not only is this happening, but you were right.
What about how bad it was going to get?
No, exactly about the holy war crap.
Oh,
that
yeah.
It was, like, I knew that some fellas thought
about saying that the Americans want Israel to control the Middle East so that Jesus comes back?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, bro. And now they're doing it.
I've watched it since you said it and gone, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
But to find out that, like, not just one general, like you said, there's heaps of them.
Yeah.
And, like, commanding officers are screaming this at their soldiers. Like, did you see that fucking ship that they were going to send to Iran, but the toilets keep breaking? And every time they go to fix it, they're just finding heaps of shirts because it's the soldiers on that fucking ship just keep stuffing clothes in the toilet so it breaks, they don't have to go to Iran.
True,
and
bro.
terrible ship.
I didn't hear that story. I heard another shipping story, though, where there's supposed to be war games in India.
Oh, bro.
So they invite the Iranians because at that time they were still negotiating in good faith. So there's an Iranian naval ship there with 150 sailors on it, right? But no ammunition because it's war games. They're not armed. It looks like a Navy ship. It's got Navy guys on it, but they're not armed.
They got off and did their parade stuff.
They did their parade. They paraded in front of Trump, and then the Trump administration attacks Iran. So the US pulls out of the war games a couple days before the US strikes Iran. The Iranian ship goes, oh fuck, and sails home, and a US sub just sinks it and leaves all the guys to drown.
Because it's hegseth.
Yeah, bro. Did you know he's in the Epstein files?
Yeah, of course he is.
Saw someone make a very compelling case for him being one of the redactions because it was someone going, can't do it, I'll be on Fox at this time. And it's fucking Pete Hegseth.
Yep.
That's when he was on Fox. So he's all over this shit as well.
Those files get worse and worse.
Bro, we'll try to stay away from the files as much as we can. Unfortunately,
that's advice to live by. Try to stay away from the files.
Turns out it's touching every facet of our world to some extent. Hey, there is something I wanted to talk about in this vein. The ACT Party of New Zealand, okay? They are Epstein people.
Yes.
I'm not saying directly Epstein himself, but they're these exact fucking people. They are secretly colluding with capital and government to work against our interests. They're fully engaged in the culture war and use it as a weapon, never minding who they hurt. Now, if the people at the top of that organization were raping teenagers, you'd have to say, oh fuck, he was, their president. Yeah, okay. So they're Epstein people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I've gone so hard against them the whole time.
Yeah.
I fucking hate David Seymour for that.
You've been consistent.
Because of that.
The whole culture war has been bullshit the whole time, and anyone with half a fucking brain can see that.
But that's unfortunate because most people don't engage the half that will stop you thinking that shit.
I don't know if we talked about this on the show, about Jeffrey Epstein meeting the guy from Poll and him restarting it right after, and then Ghislaine Maxwell is running r/politics on Reddit. So the two biggest internet political fucking garbage fires, and the most influential, bro.
Yeah,
because the extremes are driving shit. They were running each of the digital hosts for the extreme, or at least massively involved in them. So if you fell for the culture war, fuck you, I guess. I was going to say I feel bad for you, but
I think everyone's fallen for it.
Yeah.
And there's a crack up one I saw the other day. Oh, it was a piss take of Vikings on a field, and then the big guy kills someone and his mate runs up and they're like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm killing our enemies.
Yeah.
He's like, how do you know which ones are our enemies and which ones are our guys? Like, everyone's dressed pretty much the same. And he's like, well, I recognize them. Like, you recognize 20,000 people? And it's sort of just this weird thing of well, when they fought like that, everybody didn't know what the other ones were because they were all dressed the same. So there's probably cunts fucking fighting the same guys.
Sure.
All that sort of chaos of what that fog of war would be. But I think that's what ended up happening with this culture war.
Yeah.
Is because there's no set uniform for a side. people were putting each other on the sides.
Not a set uniform, but there's an outfit
for the
right?
extremes.
Like there's motifs.
But you could hang out
red
with
armband on
but
one
you could
side,
hang out
blue
with
hair on
people
the
and
other.
not know they thought the way that they thought just by the way they looked.
Yeah.
There's definite extremes where you could see it,
Yeah.
you know, and that red hat gave it away, and there's the jokes about what each side looks like and shit, but in the middle, you got like New Zealanders, you got normal New Zealanders sitting at the pub. They are caught in that fog of war and end up arguing with each other because one of them's got a gay kid and the other one's got a fucking trans auntie now, and they don't like it, and you know they're radicalizing over nothing, getting angrier at other New Zealanders for something that isn't really real.
Yeah,
they're just, that's what I mean. It's like the same as like being in a war in the Viking days and just fucking swinging on cunts because you're trapped in the middle of a war. You don't know what your enemy looks like. You don't know what your guys look like. So fucking everybody's just gonna have to get it. Well, I think that's what happened in the culture war shit. Because you definitely.
I think the CIA started the culture war on purpose because what we now call woke. What they wanted to start with was like police reform and bodily autonomy and shit. Like they in the same way that the hippies were right. At least with their first fucking half dozen things that they made their main things. And you remember the hippies got intentionally stomped out and humiliated and made ridicule of by the CIA.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's all come out. So the woke movement, which has since been stomped out and ridiculed, that was probably just regular people, though, right? Like that's a groundswell. That's what do you call it? The swing of the pendulum.
And I think
that probably wasn't the CIA.
Remember how I said about Mossad inventing cool in 1972?
How could I forget?
Yeah, well, that was when they realized, like, shit. Okay, it doesn't matter what you do to people. There's just going to be this weird psychological hierarchy that will just happen.
Yeah,
people are cool. People aren't cool. Hippies, damn it! Now we're getting lots of cool fellas, and they're saying the wrong shit. Stamp them out. Get rid of those cunts and push disco music and cocaine. And then a few years later, it's like, oh shit, Metallica's saying fuck the man, and oh, we need to stamp fucking these long-haired criminals, devil worshippers, and they're gone. And I think that's when you get to gangster rap, and they were like, hey, what if we just start releasing the gangster rap and we'll just make it as gangster and not very rap, and you know, and then that way they can control who the cool people are, because it's not just going to organically happen out of a group like it has in the past. Like you just have these different, like beatniks were ones, you know, where spoken word poets would get up and those people were worshipped. Like their art will just filters out into a message, but for some reason that group, that genre always gets stomped out. There's like those weird culture replacement.
Yeah, it is weird how they always get stomped out.
Because like, oh no, Metallica's awesome as, and everybody loves guitar solos. And Van Halen and shit. And then oh no, the next fella's Kurt Cobain, and he really fucking does a single traditional solo. Bro. And then grunge music, because no one gives a fuck anymore because we're nihilists, and you push that nihilist buzz so all the older brothers don't talk to the younger brothers.
And I think the fucking CIA's doing it 100%. On purpose. And I fucking hate sounding like this person.
It's cool to have you in the club now. Because it's been weird having you go like, if you were to look at this logically, there's no way it happened, and you're like, yep, no, you're true. Oh well, fuck, maybe I'm wrong. And then something else happens and we're like, oh no, we're back on the same thing. It is real. They do manipulate this, they do manipulate that. Movies have shit placed all the way through it to
Joe
make you
Rogan
think.
is a CIA asset.
Definitely. And I don't think he wanted to. He's just ended up there.
But you are.
And you are. I think Hunter S. Thompson wasn't, and that's why he's dead.
I don't know. He killed himself, didn't he? Like he wasn't doing much. They could have killed him a way earlier time, I reckon.
Yeah, but you also have to take on the LSD gun nut, and everyone's like, I'm not fucking doing that.
I suppose, bro.
Like, you get almost hardened spy, and it's like, none of my techniques work on this fella. I don't know how to take this guy
bro, he's
down.
Unreadable. I can't predict what he'll do other than a bunch of drugs.
You go to shoot him, bro, and he's sitting in the bath with a cattle prod. And you're like, the fuck do we do here? But the CIA influence on everything is crazy.
Yeah, bro. Do you know what else is crazy about the CIA? Hang on, I have a note here about this. Fuck, where are we? It's about... God damn it, where are you? Hey, I'm really sorry about this compelling radio that I'm doing right now. I appear to have deleted this note. Palantir is the private version of what the CIA was already doing. I did have the name of it written down.
That's 1984 2.0, eh?
I don't remember.
It's the book 1984 where they're going to have fucking things in the sky being like thought police.
It was a massively intrusive domestic surveillance program, and when Congress in the US found out about it, they defunded it. The CIA are very well funded. One of the things that they have is like a private investment group. So they can fund any business they want to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars, which is what they did with Palantir. Which means Palantir is the CIA. Like Peter Thiel is the CIA. That guy Alex Karp, meth Taika Waititi, bro. Have you seen that guy talking? Fucking Daffy Duck, cocaine looking motherfucker.
Bro, well done. Again, Hideo Kojima, you were just so good.
Yeah.
Who saw this coming? Fucking Hideo did.
Yeah.
What's our time at? Where are we at so far?
We're at 20 minutes.
All right, let's have a break.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I've already started.
Proceed.
The Stinger's still playing. Good.
It's like Kumito, bro. It's
we're
pretentious.
We're very much back. I was just thinking about the Holy War, bro. Here's some news that isn't in the Epstein files. Do you remember as soon as RFK dropped out of the race and became Trump's guy, I was like, well, there goes everything he said he was going to do. Now it's not. But there was a whole thing like, hey, banning chemical dyes from food. That's something we can all get behind. And like, guys, that's not going to happen at all. Mm-hmm. Okay, what has happened is they've changed the rules to hide those chemical dyes, right? So now if you put chemical dyes in the food, you don't have to list it like that. You just list it as like colors, right? So for instance, if you want to put in
purple's a fruit.
If you want to put in, for instance, aluminium oxide, which they would say aluminum oxide because they're dumb. If you were to put that in the food, you can just list that as colors. So that's fucking cool, right? Hey, another thing that RFK said. So hang on, but they not only did they not fix it, they made it so the average person can't avoid it.
Yeah.
Now, or you all get the fucking dye, dude.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that RFK reckoned was we got to ban mercury from vaccines. There's not mercury in vaccines. There was earlier on. There's not. But like, just kidding. They're not doing it. What they are doing is they're making it so if you burn coal, you're now allowed to release way more mercury into the atmosphere.
Good.
So that's good. We got there's the same amount of mercury in the vaccines as there was when RFK took up the post, which is none.
So we're well
and now
on the
there's
way.
way more of it spewing into the global atmosphere. So that's good.
These are optimal brainworm conditions.
They are pretty good fucking brainworm conditions, bro.
Look, just think how much easier life will be when you never have to take your genes off.
Yeah, that'll be good, bro.
It's gonna be sweet.
Here's another thing from there. The EPA, their Environmental Protection Authority. EPA. I was going to bring in a deep dive about how they're dealing with PFAs, the forever chemicals, because they'd banned them, and people were still using them, and the EPA was hiding the fact that certain people were using them. They were fudging tests and shit, and that's even under Biden. It's fucking feral. I don't know, maybe someday, but whatever. The EPA is no longer allowed to consider health impacts in the USA. And if you go to the EPA's website, it only tells you the cost to business of having the EPA.
It's about time we got rid of all this red tape.
It is, bro. That's what they're talking about when they said red tape. Slice the red tape, and I support free speech. Means I'll fucking kill you if you criticize me, and businesses can do whatever they want, even kill you.
Did you see who got fired?
Krusty Gnomes.
Well, she didn't get fired.
No, she's going to take her $200 million and go cry like fucking the guy in Zombieland with the cash, wiping his tears away. Yeah, I mean, the $200 million that she got, because she got her husband's company got a no-bid contract of like $230 million US to make an ad whose purpose was to show Krusty Gnomes on a horse. Like, it was, hey, America fucking rules, dude.
Now
that's the ad, and it cost $230 million.
The company that got their contract was made 8 days before they got their contract.
They've never done anything before, and they got a no-bid contract. They don't have a headquarters, apparently.
They had a fake headquarters.
Yeah, so she's going to take the $200 million. Bro, and that's the one we know about.
Yep.
Like, if you take in all the crypto stuff, all the insider trading, for instance, all the betting on open markets, if you should choose to do that now, yeah, bro, she's gonna go retire as a billionaire. Like, no one fucking liked her anyways. She shot her own puppy and dumped it in a gravel pit. She's not a redeemable person.
Did you see footage from her in front of Congress?
A little bit.
Did you see the guy bring up the dog?
I don't know.
It was great.
Yeah.
Bro, she's trying to answer this question and he's like, this is somebody who doesn't know how to make a proper decision, a grown-up adult decision.
Yeah.
Now, in your book, when you shot that dog, I trained dogs, and I'm telling you, that dog wasn't old enough to be out there in that situation you put it in. Mm-hmm. And like, he just fucking used the whole shooting the dog as a way to explain, like, you're clearly devoid of the talent required to do this.
Right. Well, I think having got rid of her, probably everything will be better in the US now. Did you see the guy they put in? That guy, Mark Wayne Mullen.
He's the one that tried to fight that other guy.
He did. I saw that video last year, bro. He tried to fight a guy in the chamber.
Yeah.
He's like, they have an official on-the-record conversation. He's like, I propose we fucking take this outside.
They should have to oil up and fight on the lawn, eh?
They should. Those guys would have loved it. In fact, the guy that he was telling that to really wanted to fight him too. Is like, I'm going to, bro, like the look on his face was like, I know I'm going to fuck you up.
Yep.
That's a good clip. Another American thing that I saw this week was Pete Geg's breath. In between saying we're not at war and I'm the Department of War because we don't hide behind labels like Department of Defense. We're not like gay. We are the Department of War. And also we're not at war. This is a military operation. You know what I mean? Did you see him bench 315? That's about 140, 145 keys.
Yeah, he totally did that.
He definitely looks like he can bench 140, right?
That wasn't AI.
It wasn't like dummy plates or anything, right?
I reckon it's AI because the dude who's spotting him's leg goes like through the bench weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think it's real.
Bro, that was embarrassing.
Bro, have you seen him on Fox News throw that axe at that guy?
Yeah, bro, and it goes over the top. Could absolutely have killed somebody. I don't remember. I definitely seen it, though. He hits that
drummer in the arm. Like, he's playing...
Does it hit somebody?
Yeah, it hits a guy playing a drum. Like a little drummer boy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah,
amazing. Bro, speaking of someone else from that cast, Kashyap Patel.
Yeah. That country music singer's boyfriend.
Yeah, she's a country music singer, bro. Don't you fucking say anything else about her. She's
an Israeli country music singer.
Yes, there's nothing suspicious about that.
She's a Mossad-trained country music singer.
They all serve in the IDF. Nothing weird about that.
Cockeyed Indian fellas.
Married to the director of the FBI. Nothing.
Now, she liked him before he got that job.
That's true. Loved him even. And it's difficult to see if you're Kash Patel because your eyes are crossed as fuck. But
it's because he's on the lookout in case a Mossad 10 comes up and marries him.
Yeah, bro.
He's got to stay vigilant in case, because,
So she's got him before he went to the FBI and learned what a honeypot was. I assume they just didn't tell him what a honeypot was, right? I assume they don't tell him shit. The reason I'm bringing him up is he was supposed to be in official defense meetings that happened to be where the Winter Olympics were being held. And then the USA beat the Canadians at ice hockey, and there's suddenly a leaked video of him pounding beers in the changing room with them. The reason I'm bringing it in is because he had the medal. Why did he have the fucking medal around his neck? Like, why do you're this big brutal? FBI. Yeah, but you're a big brutal fucking giant of an ice hockey player, and this tiny little Indian comes in, and you're like, I'm going to put my medal on him. I'm going to take it off and I'm going to put it on him.
Because they're making America great again, one medal at a time.
Yeah, this little fucking cross-eyed weirdo. Bro, apparently he does love hockey. Like, it's his main thing. Yeah, but he's still a little fucking weirdo who doesn't belong in the room. And that's fine. Like, let him pound the... Like, it's fine. You can be gracious and let him pound the beer. But what do these fucking assholes took their medal off and put it on him?
Yep. I'm not surprised.
Bro, did you see that?
They're idiots. They're hockey players.
Yeah, bro. No, I know. Yeah. I know. I heard they're all gay too. There's some kind of
kind
of TV show about it. But do you not hear about? Yeah, you haven't heard about the gay hockey TV show.
No.
Nah, there's a very popular show on TV where the premise is they're ice hockey players, but they're gay. So it's just ice hockey players balling each other out, and that seems to be the show. I haven't watched it. Did
no
you see
wonder
that?
Cash wanted to get in there.
Did you see if you didn't get the gold medal at the Winter Olympics, they gave you a little teddy bear, and they like filmed everyone getting given a teddy bear, and especially like the. Bro, I saw this thing of the lady ice hockey players being given the teddy. These are tough bitches, bro.
These are
like being
Subaru
given a teddy
drivers.
bear for losing, like.
Subaru driving ice hockey players.
Might have been some XVs and Outbacks in the parking lot, bro. Subarus makes me think of something though. Do you know the Shahed drone?
No.
If I understand it correctly, it's an Iranian drone that runs with a boxer engine, like a Subaru.
Yeah.
So that means, in theory, this warhead carrier, not warhead, but like ballistic drone, sounds like a Subi. Like,
no shit.
Like that kind of shit, which is fun. The reason I'm bringing it in is because there was an RAF base. So you remember that the UK was like, the US can't use our bases for this because it's illegal as fuck and we don't want to do it.
And Iran was like, hands are rated E for everyone.
Yeah, so they weren't. Well, so what the RAF has said is a Shahed-like drone targeted an RAF base in Cyprus. So not a Shahed drone, which is the one I described. A Shahed-like drone.
So more like what,
Iran's Ministry of Defense.
Sounded like
Iran's Ministry of Defense said they didn't fire a drone at Cyprus because why would they? They're fighting the Americans. Like if you can imagine, the US attacks your country and you attack Britain, who's not currently attacking you. That's fucking stupid. And if you were to do it, it'd be like Pearl Harbor where you're trying to knock the whole shit out. But no, one Shahed-like drone happened to attack this base.
How many different things happened where Iran attacked places?
I don't know.
Is it 9 divided by 11?
This might be something like that, bro. But I just remember in my day they used to put a little effort into a false flag. You know what I'm saying?
No, they didn't.
They fucking did. Like 9/11, they put effort into 9/11.
That wasn't a false flag.
It was at least the.
I'm just
I
making
know
you
you don't
defend
believe
it.
this, but at least it's been my theory for a long time that some people knew about it and fucked with it at least a little bit to benefit themselves. And some of the people who were doing that were more of these fucking Satan worshipping idiots, right? Because if you look through, God damn it, I fucking. Do you understand the numerological significance of 9 and 11?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they painted a pentagram. It's the numbers version of a fucking pentagram.
You've gone
There's
way too far into this. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Fuck! Do you know about Howard Nutlick?
Open the podcast bay doors, Hal. I'm sorry, Dave.
It's a crucial part of any mission.
That, sir.
Will not work. It's not an option, Dave. I'm sorry to answer the question. It's
beyond
beyond
reach.
reachable. It's impossible. It's not question. I will not open the podcast. It's not happening. Not in this year. No chance of it, sir.
AI.
Welcome back. Now, I don't know who knows this. I don't know if this is common knowledge, but I know we haven't talked about it on the podcast. Do you know the company Waymo? It's difficult to bury the lead after a stinger like that. But you know the company Waymo in the United States?
Yes, they're the ones that have self-driving.
Self-driving cars, Elvis. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
In this AI segment that we're doing? So these self-driving cars, it turns out that's 30,000 Filipinos. So the car does drive itself, but it's a lot of the time it's manually overridden by just 30,000 guys, and any one of 30,000 guys in the Philippines. So these self-driving cars, it turns out, so the AI future, no. Like, we've got South Asians doing it.
It's also they have like digital sweatshops.
Yeah.
That's what they're
Yeah, bro, it is a fucking digital sweatshop.
Hey, that'll be a good name for it.
Yeah.
now.
And I assume they picked the Philippines because that's where all the best drivers are, right? Anytime you get picked up by an Uber, you say, oh boy, I hope it's... What one do you hope for?
I am not co-signing anything.
30,000 guys that are doing... And the whole time they've been like, yeah, robots are driving you. Isn't the future exciting? And people go, how exciting to be driven by a robot. I'll pay for that. No, and they just took jobs of taxi drivers, and now Filipino guys in the Philippines do it.
Yeah, see, Flintstones and the Jetsons happen at the same time.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just two ends of the socio-economic scale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some cunts will be living in the sky soon, and the other fellas will be breaking rocks down here.
Bro, have you seen that video of the Optimus robot? Because they're not robots, they're being controlled by a human being.
Oh, the one that takes its headset
Yeah, bro, he
off?
takes his headset off and the robot collapses. So good.
It's awesome because you see that shit on sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
Where the link happens like that. And
Yeah,
it was cool to see that happen in real time.
Yep.
It's
So just remember, anytime you see AI, good chance it's just someone they pay a tenth what they can get you to do it for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Not
it's not AI at
surprised.
all. No, it's very impressive that they can control something in real time from the other
Remotely,
side of the
yeah.
world. But you're just
So that's like
it's just not AI.
it's funny. I saw an article on one of the news sites, might have been Stuff or something, and it was a lady that was getting paid like over $100K to be a translator,
Right.
and that job doesn't exist now.
No, it wouldn't.
And she
no,
was
Google
like-
just does that
and
for
she-
free at the moment.
Yeah. And she's just like, wow, like everything's gone.
Yeah.
Like I don't get work now, and it's like, well, you sort of knew this was coming though, right?
Yeah.
ChatGPT and Google have been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
Like I have Google Lens on my phone that'll change language in real time.
Yeah, bro.
Shit like that is
That's pretty useful.
yeah, it's crack up though, because everybody talks about like when we have like a universal language or we have like the Babelfish or
Yeah, that's it.
that's the same shit.
Yeah.
But we all could have just learned sign language.
Yeah. We could have. People don't want to put their time into that, though, you know.
We could have.
We could have.
It's easier with this shit.
Yeah.
Do you think that the AI boom that's going on with people using it more, like I think everyday people now, because it's baked into the socials,
Yeah.
like if you
can't avoid it, man. Bro,
Yeah.
let me tell you, my mum was around and she was trying to turn off her phone and she couldn't do it because an automatic update to her Android system had changed it so that if you hold the power button, that's what turns on the AI assistant.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then you ask the AI
And my
assistant
boomer
to turn
mum
it
didn't know how to change
Yeah.
it, couldn't figure it out.
Well, it's insane, like, because I don't think any of us really saw this being right in everyone's hands this quickly.
Yeah.
Like, because it was interesting when people could just use it to make shit and fuck around, and you'd get the occasional picture. Like, I don't know, when people got Photoshop,
Yeah.
I felt the same way I feel now.
Yeah.
But then seeing the images that, like, boomers are just fucking hell-bent on creating
Yeah.
is insane to me. Like, I didn't realize how much people wanted to make their own pictures.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was going to be this bigger deal.
I
but-
mean, they don't want to make their own pictures enough to learn how to make pictures.
well,
so they
yeah.
do. They want to do it, just not in a meaningful way.
Yeah, but in this,
not in any kind of way.
and
that,
there's people out there that
drives a
want to be
human soul.
DJs, and instead of swapping records and cutting them up like that and shit, they
Yeah.
use apps and stuff, and they count as DJs.
That's
Like,
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it, but I feel the same. Like, everybody can make a DJ app, electronic song on their phone or some
Yep.
shit. Well,
So-
now everyone can
So
do this.
It's fine. I almost certainly won't enjoy the product, right?
Yeah, but that's us.
Yeah.
That's just
Because I
us
think
saying
like
we
art
don't
is
enjoy
supposed
it.
to speak to your humanity, and you observe the humanity of the creator, and you kind of reflect on
Yep.
the world or your own experience or whatever the art is geared towards.
Yep.
And AI doesn't have it and can never have it.
And
So
there's definitely
it
a
might be fun
correlation.
to make it, but people are like, here it's just as good as something that someone made. Is like it's not the same conversation,
But it's
not the
the-
same ballpark.
if you think of it of like people who are involved in things that would enrich your humanity,
Sure.
you care about art more.
Okay.
Yeah, people that don't work with other people,
Yeah.
they just achieve a job and shit.
Yeah.
They choose to operate like that,
Yeah.
and they'll listen to base level entertainment just given to them.
Yeah, bro.
You
Look,
know, they'll
I'm-
just take the
I am
one
aware that I see all this through the lens of an artist.
creative. Yeah, and it's when you think of a consumer.
There it is, the most pretentious thing I've ever said on the podcast.
Well, it's a shame though, because it's gonna go, and I think it's when I look at like the past few years of what I've learned in the trade yard and shit,
Yeah,
and crafts and stuff,
yeah,
and how different building has become,
yeah,
in 30, 40 years.
Sure.
Versus what it would have been 40 years behind that and all that shit. It just evolves and it changes. Now, I know people that view that as an art form. Okay. And like the craftsmanship that goes into shaping this and shaping that.
I would draw the distinction between an art and a craft.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But what I'm meaning is there's fellas that will just treat it like an art. Yeah. There's people that treat guitar as a craft. And you know what I mean?
So the way I think about it is that composing is an art and performing is a craft. Yep. That's how I think about it.
And I know fellas that like just view what they do as their art. Yeah. And they might never perform it, or they might not even sell it or do it as, you know, make money off it.
Sure.
And those fellas still just have this love and appreciation for it. Yeah. I think that's going to still happen, but it's just going to be like what's happening in the building industry. Yeah. Instead of paying somebody who really knows how to do these things the right way, you're going to just have the fast way to do it. Yeah. And sometime soon at a wedding, instead of paying a band to play the song that really connects with your relationship, people will use Spotify to create the song about their relationship.
But you're not going to pay $15 for a comic book that somebody whipped up. Like you pay $15 for a comic book that somebody loved.
I agree with you. You know? I agree with you, but I think it's also there's too many people out there that don't have that appreciation of art, right? And they'll consume what's in front of them as fast as they can.
Look, advertising works on who it works on. Yep. But it does work. Yeah. And we're stuck with these people, Elvis.
Oh, I don't care. Like, I look at bands that I would never buy their album and I'd never go to their concert. Yeah. And I'll still hear one thing about it and go, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, sure,
because I just have to.
No, I get
Otherwise,
that.
It's going to drive me crazy.
But it is interesting that plenty of the people who are like, oh, AI is going to ruin music already think that music sucks.
Yeah,
like all
the
people who have that opinion already think that pop music is garbage. Everything that people likes is already shit. Like, okay, well, it's just an amalgam of that. Your situation really hasn't changed.
Like what you were saying about comics. Yeah. Like, when did you last buy a comic?
A couple of years ago.
Yeah,
I bought my first comic like 2 years ago, but I bought Vito's comic and he hasn't shipped it to me.
Yeah, see,
after it's like 3 years late.
That's another one too, though, of people who shit on music but don't buy any. Yeah. There's like we're not the people that this matters to. Yeah. You look at the comic books that like Marvel and DC release and shit. Yeah, bro. And they have rabid fan bases that buy the fuck out of all of it. Yeah. They go to every movie. What's
a sense of belonging, man?
Yeah, and there's a community, and I don't know if it's
because I brought up Vito, but his theory is people like the reason that gamers are so fucking intense about being gamers is that's what they have instead of spirituality. Yeah. That's what they have instead of church. That's where they meet. That's what's important to them. That's their ethos. So when they see it being changed in any way from an outside force, they react like a religion getting fucked with.
I think there's lots of like skill-based hobbies that don't have an end. Yeah. They'll never end. Yeah. Those things are where you can find a sense of yourself and purpose and community and shit. Like, bro. Golf is a huge one because no one's perfected golf yet. Everybody knows the guys that have come close. But then you go to like barbecuing, smoked meats and shit. Sure. And there's legends of that field, you know, but nobody's made the perfect one. Like, you know,
I suppose, bro.
And it's funny, like everything like has this. If there's always a way to get better at it, you can make that your whole personality.
If you think someone's doing it perfect, it's time to innovate. Yeah, you got to make up something nobody's done. Yeah, yeah,
and you probably make a whole new thing.
Yeah, bro.
And then people
and then
get
suddenly
into that.
Everybody's putting like way too much hops in their beers, and they all taste like that.
Yeah, bro.
Motherfuckers.
Yep. That's why like people that grow weed's funny. Yeah. Because everybody's got their way to do it.
Yeah, bro.
And yeah.
Yeah. When I was a younger man, when YouTube was just starting, I always thought we should do a video like drug science, where you interview people to find out why they do their drugs in the specific way that they do. Yeah. Because guys will have a hooter, or they'll paper bomb stuff, or they'll they have a ratio of how much water to air is in their bong. Like people do math and shit, bro. They get all involved in the physics of it. I always thought it'd be an interesting show because they do understand the principles, because they care about that part of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always thought that would be interesting.
But you'd have to interview someone that does that shit and they're still like got a job and do cool shit.
Yeah, bro.
Because the more intricate the science, the less that person
you'd
does.
have to keep it short and because it could very quickly devolve into it's a 3.5 hour show in a guy's garage.
Yeah. In his mum's garage. It's not even his one.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. And she's come back from the TAB. Fuck, we gotta go. Like one of those garages.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. No,
I remember, that's a story for another time. Fuck, there is something I wanted to talk about, bro. That guy Howard Nutlick?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what he was doing on 9/11?
The maid.
Not according to his story.
The pool boy.
No, good guess. So he's
on a series of pool boys and trainee maids.
He's Trump's money guy, right?
He's his Mossad handler, thank you.
Well, yeah. I mean, it does seem that way.
The same photo.
But they're definitely boys. They're both boys with Epstein. What I wanted to talk about is it came out that he bought a mansion off Jeffrey Epstein in the 1990s.
For how much?
$10.
What? That seems
I know.
weird.
That's a great deal.
They
didn't know each other. He met him one time and he gave him the creeps and he never talked to him again. Especially his wife.
Is that what Epstein said?
Especially his wife. His wife, it gave his wife the creeps. So he never talked to her. You see, he's got a wife, you see. So she got the creeps and he never talked to her again. Now that document, it was the address, okay? Mm. The address of the mansion is 911 East 71st Street. I'm not fucking crazy, okay? The address is, you can look this up. The address is 9/11 East 71st Street. And it's notarized by Gary Pollard. Now, Gary Pollard, I'm starting to yell, I'm sorry. Okay. Now, okay. Before we get to Gary Pollard.
Can I get a carrot?
Yes, please.
Calm this fucking cloppy down.
We'll come back to Gary Pollard. Howard Nutlick, the reason why he, every day of his of the previous several years before the tragic events of 9/11, he was at work at 6 a.m.
Then what happened?
In the top floor of one of the North Tower, whatever one got hit first.
Yeah.
He decided to take his kids to school for the only time in his life on 9/11. This is the story as he tells it. So he's never taken his kids to school before, but he did, right? And every other person that worked in his company, like 650 people, all fucking died. So this guy, Howard Nutlick, who's now Trump's money guy...
Do you think now he feels compelled to be at work every day?
Wouldn't you just drive your kids to school every day for the rest of your life? But he didn't.
What
ever
if
again.
9/11 happened every time he did it, though?
Oh my God, you're right. He's protecting us.
That's
check
900 and 1,000 livings.
That's too many to count, bro. So Gary Pollard, he notarized this document that says, I, Jeffrey Epstein, agree to be paid $10 and here's the deed for 911 East 71st Street. It's $10, right? Now, Gary Pollard, he got some great footage in somewhere in 2001. He happened to be, this is crazy, he happened to be a far enough distance away from the South Tower to see it get hit by a plane, but not to be in any physical danger himself. Some of the iconic footage that you see of a plane hitting the South Tower, the best footage from close by, that's the guy who notarized the document of Jeffrey Epstein selling a mansion of the address 911 to Howard Nutlick in the 90s. The Epstein files are missing 25,000 files between like 1998 and 2001. Just a big chunk of them gone. And it's almost like there's a kind of a numerological kind of, you understand what I'm saying? Like that the number 911 is kind of scattered throughout all this shit. I know how I sound. But all this shit is real. You can check this. You look this shit up.
Now, I've tried to tell you that.
Yeah. Well, here we are.
Are you all right, though? Like,
I'm okay. It's difficult to adjust to becoming the crazy person who thinks the CIA's out to get us and is responsible for all the ills in the world.
And they are.
Everything that the money guys aren't doing, the CIA's doing. Yeah, a lot of it. The rest of it will be religious fanatics. But even the money guys, turns out the CIA runs like a fucking hedge fund private investment group where if they can't get the public to fund shit, they take the money and privately fund the shit. And they go, look, it's just the private sector. And, we contract them, obviously.
I don't know how to do this legally, but none of these episodes can be used in court when he finally does it.
That should nail it, bro. I think we're pretty much safe after you did that, bro. Now, Howard Nutlick's kids.
Just each episode, you're just getting fucking.
I can see it happening. I see the look in people's eyes when I tell them what I've been thinking about and reading about.
Concerning.
Check it out. Howard Nutlick's kids run a bank because of course they fucking do, bro. Yeah, they run a fucking bank. What do you think? They probably run a bunch of banks. Here's what they've been doing.
Or an airline.
Yeah, could be, bro. Here's what they've been doing.
Can I have a beer?
They've been buying up the tariff refund rights, which means that Trump put tariffs on and the Congress and the judicial were both like,
to look like
you don't
Charlie
have
with the whiteboard, cuz.
I know. Give me a cigarette, dude. You don't. They were like, you can't legally do this, right? It's unconstitutional. He's like, yeah, well, we're fucking doing it, and this is how much the money is, or you're going to prison. This is the way the government works. Whatever they say goes.
Thank you.
Okay. So what Howard Nutlick's sons, who run a bank, did is this bank went around and bought the tariff refund rights, which is to say, if you get a refund from the government for the tariffs that you paid, instead we get that refund and we'll pay you, say, 20 cents on the dollar for those refund rates. So the guy who engineered the tariff regime that makes all the corporates pay more tax and then get a refund later, so all gets passed on to the consumer and the corporations actually get a windfall. On top of doing that, he went around individual corporations and were like, probably you won't get a refund. I'll give you 20 cents on the dollar now. That says, if you get a refund, I get the refund. So the bank that his kids run stands to make like 5x from engineering a policy that they knew to be illegal, having it enforced, and gambling on the refund coming. And that's just the financial stuff. And I'm not going to say it on the podcast, but what I said to you off air about... but if you're doing this stuff, if you're doing stuff like that, I don't need the child abuse to be involved for me to be really steamed at you, I'm really grinds my gears.
The child abuse stuff is a very interesting way that when you try and bring this shit up, and
the child abuse stuff, we should all agree that we need to kill them.
But when you try and talk to people about it and they don't want to hear it, that's like your Hail Mary in the situation of, will this get through to someone? Yeah, because it's insane and it's nuts and none of it sounds real. It sounds very Game of Thronesy to think that all of this power crap and spies and everything we've ever thought of all ties into this one fucking name, Epstein. Like,
he's one arm of the octopus, bro.
Yeah. And he was probably...
And we're not finding out the worst parts of what he was up to either.
Exactly. It gets worse and worse. Like,
bro.
There's shit like the super conspiracy stuff that, like, I don't know.
That you now have to give a little bit of oxygen.
We can call this segment Now the Table, because it could be anything.
The size of the table.
Dude, like, there's apparently some weird alternative way to think of the universe, and it's called, like, the plasma universe.
Okay.
I don't know it. I don't care. But one of the most prominent scientists of this field, who apparently was a proponent for plasma universe, and was doing all sorts of cool computer shit and math science stuff, got murdered on his porch.
Right.
Like a robbery gone wrong, and everyone's like, okay, that's weird. And then this other scientist died in a car crash that makes no sense.
Yeah.
And then another scientist, and then all the conspiracy dudes are like, well, these are like the top guys in time travel.
Yeah, and we are surrounded by Mormon assassins.
And they're like, no, someone's taking these cunts out. And we don't know what they were working on, if they were working on anything, but these are the guys that were like on the forefront of their science.
Yeah.
And then in the Epstein files, it talks about cold fusion and how they've worked that out.
I mean, he fucking said that he killed it,
And
right?
he killed
Jeffrey Epstein was like, no, cold fusion
I've
occurred, I killed it.
I killed
I don't know
Prawns.
if he's just bragging.
Well, apparently Prawns is the name of the dude that invented it.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I killed that guy.
Yeah.
And it's insane to think of like I don't know how upset people need to get with these files.
I think we need to like capital punish everyone involved. I think it's time to break some eggs if we want to make a government with no pedophiles omelette.
I think you need to look at all of the decisions and weird choices that get made on like the conformity, like society having like a blanket, this is how we all feel, right?
Yeah.
That needs to go because it should be what are you feeling?
Yeah.
It should be way more in depth than just like, hey, we've all decided on this.
Yeah.
Because that's what it feels like is happening, and no one's questioning narratives and shit like that. And we weren't, and that's how this is real and how it has been going on. Because when you think of like the Bill Gates shit, well, anybody that thinks Bill Gates isn't a completely dodgy piece of shit needs to realize that guy asked Jeffrey Epstein for antibiotics to sneak into his partner's food so she wouldn't know he gave her an STD.
That's
after
a
fucking
ratchet move. Absolute ratchet move.
Yeah, going out and fucking rushing hookers when you're a billionaire.
Hey,
I thought that was a given.
Yeah,
I thought at the point of
there's also
billionaire.
there's also very young girls involved in this, which if you'd come out at the beginning and gone, you know what, I cheated on my wife with this guy, with adult Russian prostitutes, and I'm ashamed of that. No, that's not what you said. What you said was, I don't know that guy. So the conclusion that we're all going to draw is you're
lying
fucking,
about everything.
You're involved in the worst parts of it then, aren't you?
Now, the weird obsession that Epstein had with science and living forever, that's where it gets twisty with the scientists.
Yeah.
And like Bill Gates and the vaccine shit and all the other crap, and it's like, oh, this sucks because this web of the conspiracy theories where the craziest person you've met may have read a skerrick of information that was real. And now I don't know what that skerrick of information is.
I don't know what a skerrick is.
Tiny little amount. But
I've inferred that.
It's insane to think though that like the cookers, the craziest anti-vaxxers you've ever met, might have had a point.
So if Bill Gates is instrumental in vaccines and trying to make his own vaccines and stuff, and then it turns out he's mixed up with a child sex trafficking weirdo who's deliberately pitting society against each other in other ways,
and has already already gone to court for the sex trafficking and pedophilia stuff.
I have to think about that.
I have to now look at this.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, when you see like fucking a prince just got taken down to a regular level of a super rich person.
Yeah, bro.
That's
justice.
That's still huge. That's still huge. It's insane, and the terrible implications of just how far and fucked up this shit goes.
Yeah.
Like, so did you see about Hillary Clinton getting talked to about Epstein?
Yeah, look, if you want to catch the people who've been sexually abusing teenage girls, you got to start with Hillary Clinton.
Now,
that's obviously who you start with. It probably has nothing to do with Trump having said for 10 years to put her in jail for other stuff.
So there's always been that talk of frazzledrip.
Has there?
Oh, on the internet and the conspiracy shit. Yep.
What is frazzledrip? For our listeners, obviously.
Frazzledrip is a video that was found on Anthony Weiner's laptop.
Right.
In a folder titled Life Insurance.
Right.
Now, there's all sorts of bullshit lore about it, but apparently in the video, it's Hillary Clinton and someone else cutting the face off a kid and Hillary Clinton wears it.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I've always thought there's no way there's video of that.
Right.
That's my problem here.
Right.
I think there's no video of that.
Right.
I think she does that.
Right.
There's no video of it.
Right.
Anyway.
I think it's a lot more likely that an old rich man would want to fuck a 14-year-old girl than an old rich lady would want to cut the face of a 14-year-old girl. Now, again, everything's on the table.
Yes.
I can't dismiss this shit outright anymore.
Well, this is the crack-up part, and this is what I've saved just to show you right now.
Yeah.
She got asked about this video in the congressional hearing about ties to Epstein.
What'd she have to say for herself?
Motherfucker, she went like this. And like looked like she put a face on.
Oh, really?
And
she made the body language of putting a face on her face
and
by accident.
Heaps of people have come out being like, hey, have you seen what happens when you accuse like someone of their addict behavior when they're trying to tell you they're not doing their addict behavior?
Right.
Because they all mimic it.
Yeah.
Like if you hit someone up about their needles, they'll start like grabbing at their
arm
arms
a little
and
bit.
stuff. And,
Let's choke off the muscle.
And they're like, look, I have no idea what the fuck this frazzledrip video is.
Yeah.
But that looked like she put a mask on.
Right.
And the video is like, yeah, well, she cut a kid's face off. So unfortunately, and this is why I'm saying at the size of the table.
Yeah. So I'm fine with them going after Bill Clinton. I don't give a fuck about Bill Clinton. I think he's a smart guy. But he's part of this, so fuck him.
I had nothing to do with Epstein and that stuff.
But here's what's going to happen is they'll get just Bill Clinton, who's not president. So they'll get Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton, and then they'll fucking stop.
I think it's because Hillary Clinton will cut your daughter's face off and wear it.
I think Hillary Clinton is holding the nuke in her back pocket the whole time she's being deposed, and she can go at any time, you know what? Yeah, I fucking saw some shit. Here's who I saw. She can get Bill, she can get Don, who took her fucking destiny from her, bro.
I got a cool AI video of Bill Clinton being like, look, I'll tell you everything. Just get me away from this crazy bitch. She kills people.
Yeah.
And it's like, unfortunately, you know how you said about that howdy guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch videos of AI Bill Clinton just saying anything.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not going to judge a man for a few AI Bill Clinton videos in his feed.
If you're in a,
hey, who am I?
If you're having a bad day,
prick me, do I not bleed?
What time are we at?
I need to talk about the N-word before we do tunnel talk.
Oh,
I have to talk about it.
We're not doing tunnel talk. This counts.
Okay, did you see the fart in?
Yes.
Did you see? I don't know if everybody's seen this.
Yes.
Fantastic, fantastic like study of humanity and society. So there's this lady, very Midwestern white lady, who's running some kind of home improvement show.
Yep. She
hits her thumb with a hammer, and she says, "Do you mind?"
No, you do it.
No. I'm saying, do you mind? Like, please say this. You've established that you're comfortable saying.
She goes, knock, knock, knock. Oh, fart nigga. And then she turns and goes, oh my God.
She turns to the cameraman and goes, you have to delete this.
Gary,
you need to get rid of this.
Oh God.
Okay, so there's two things that I thought about this when I saw that story. Now, one is that my wife is very sweet. Hear me out. My wife is very sweet. But sometimes when she curses, she says like weird shit. Like she doesn't say the N-word.
This weird?
No, not this weird. But if she did it, I'd have to stay by her side and be like, she says weird shit when she hurts it. Like she'll say like butt nugget or something like some shit that doesn't make any sense. And to me,
because unfortunately, fart nigga makes heaps of sense.
Syllabically, it's the same. So I identify with this woman a little bit. Okay, here's the other thing, is that if you had video of me saying the N-word and I had a TV show, you wouldn't release it. In fact, nobody I know would release it, even if they got offered up to a certain amount of money, which means this lady's a fucking bitch. This means that people who had access to that hate her.
Yep.
And that's unlikely to be unfounded. I bet she treats people like shit.
Funnily enough, I did hide a recording device in your car.
Did you?
And this is what we're going to hear.
Oh, come on! Bro, I think about that sometimes when I'm screaming at my steering wheel like, boy, I wonder if they're listening right now. Because sometimes it's very satirical, you know? I can go over the top.
Pat and Oswald had the joke about how him and his car is like if the CIA is listening to us all.
Yeah.
Oswald driving is like the CIA Christmas party. Like, we got another one. And it's him driving like, boop. I just seen a dog. just the most insane ramblings.
Okay, there's another N-word thing that I wanted to talk about, though. The BAFTAs. You see this shit?
Oh, the Tourette's guy.
Yeah, they got a Tourette's guy there. So the reason they got him there is because they're very progressive artists, right? And they were like, we've made movies about this guy's story. So this guy, his Tourette's, his tic is expressed as like, whatever's the worst thing to say, that has to come out of him or it causes him suffering.
I have that.
You have it to an extent.
It hurts if I don't say it.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe you suffer it to a lesser degree. This guy, one of his friends died, and when he was talking to the cops, all he could say to them was like, I killed him, I killed him, I killed him, I killed him. I killed him to the cop.
That's problematic to detective work.
The point is, he says the most rat shit possible thing, and all these progressive artists were like, he has a disability. He can still come to our awards show.
And then
then they heard the hard R N-word when some black guys were on stage, and they kind of changed their minds. The progressive ideal didn't match up with the progressive reality so much, you know? It's like, I'm progressive, I can go to a gay bar, and then you find yourself there like, I should leave this gay bar. Hypothetically.
Why would you, what reason would make you leave the gay bar?
If you feel that, like, if you're like I'm
too much atmosphere, or you're getting
too much gay atmosphere, where you're like, I'm progressive,
like
it's fine, but then you see two dudes hooking up hard, and you're like, I'm cool, and then you see like, bro, I've heard this story from people before who were like, no problem, and then they see really gay stuff very close to them, and like, I'm still cool, but I just need a little space.
I don't know.
I've seen it 100%.
I've hung out with you for ages. It's never once upset me.
What part?
All the hardcore gay stuff you do.
Why do you use so many slurs then?
I thought that was to help your struggle.
Oh, you're helping me with the slurs.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry I didn't appreciate that.
If you can't get it off, if you can't handle it off me, how are you going to handle it off a stranger?
That's right. You're trying to toughen me up for a tough world, bro.
Boy named Sue.
I understand.
Right? No.
I saw the whole thing. Okay, really quick, because we're coming up to the end of our
thing.
We're coming up to the end of our podcast. Okay. Here's what I want to talk about. Oh fuck, we didn't talk about the lich. You want to talk about the lich first?
Brian Johnson comes from a family that would struggle.
It's rags to riches, bro. Yeah, hard out. He's a human being.
Now, sometimes when I'm like just chilling, and I'm just living in the moment. Do you know what I always do?
What's that?
I'm living in the moment.
Sometimes I arrange several chips on a table.
I drop my Doritos.
Yeah.
And I don't fix it.
Yeah.
Because apparently living in the moment means you're a fucking slob.
Yeah.
No, make a mess through alcoholism like a real man.
I mean, but that's what he thinks, is that if he were to eat a Dorito, that would make him a slob. Because anyone who enjoys something in the short term at the expense of the long term is someone that he should look down on. He's playing the long game. You can't enjoy anything now.
The fact that he did a manufactured version of shrooms and now he's doing a manufactured version of zip-up hoodie.
Yeah, of junk food, bro. Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, it's a disturbing image seeing him like, you know, with, I don't know, he's got like Mountain Dew and pizza boxes and the Doritos placed just so on the table. Yeah. Just another terrible attempt at being human.
And he looks like Bishop of Alien, eh?
Or Data. I don't know who the one is.
Data's Star Trek, you loser.
Forgive me. I'm the loser for not knowing about Star Trek, bro. I apologize.
No, you're the loser for knowing about Star Trek.
I don't know. I just know that Data's a waxy looking guy.
That's Star Trek, the robot on Star Trek.
Okay.
Yeah. Bishop's the cool one that does the knife trick.
Sorry, in the Star Wars.
No,
what's the cool thing
Alien.
you were talking about? Oh, Alien. Okay. Yeah, that's cool as hell, dude.
It's cooler than your Star Trek.
I don't have a Star Trek.
You do have real high red shirt energy.
I do.
That's the one that when they beam down, one of them always dies.
Yeah, you're having a fantasy party soon. Should I dress as Brian Johnson? Or I just need tons of white foundation.
Or Shatner.
Yeah, I could do Shatner, bro. Could do Shatner. I've been, bro, I'm getting to the age where old fellas will call me a young buck, and they don't mean any disrespect now. Now it's a term of endearment. Like if you're in your early 20s and a guy in his 70s calls you a young buck, it's an insult. I've noticed I'm at the age now when a guy in his 70s calls me a young buck is a term of high respect.
I like slamming the brakes on a growing relationship when someone calls me boy.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I really like the person.
Oh, yo, no, this is over.
And it's just like, I'll go to do something and they're like, oh, good one, boy.
Yeah.
What was their last part? Good one?
The
One
other
more.
part, bro, yeah.
Oh, fuck, I think I said boy. I was like, try not to do that part.
Yeah. But I know...
And then if they do it one more time, you're just like, okay, old. And they're like...
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Oh, no,
you get in the back, bro,
but
yeah.
you got to do it worse. Like as they're talking, just be
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
Nearly
in the
did,
middle,
eh? Nearly
just
did.
while they're talking, just I see. I was growing up the old.
Yeah.
It's you got to fight back when you can.
Yeah, I get it.
I like to tell people that I've been encouraging hoodied friends to hang out by their neighborhood to bring the housing prices down.
Nice. Do whatever you can, bro.
It's so funny how much that hurts. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that would hurt people, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna start
bro.
going around to people's houses.
Who it hurts is property investors.
Yeah,
Someone who owns
fuck.
one house, that doesn't hurt them because their house has the same value as one house. So it actually doesn't fucking matter. It's only if you own a bunch of houses to basically enslave people that are the same as you. Yeah,
So-
that's when it gets...
Do you need me to like give you a proper steel beanie ceremony, or you just
Bro, is there an initiation?
depends? Have you got $35?
Yes.
That's how much it costs to get Eddie Bravo to come here and knight you.
Yeah, bro. I bet he does one of those things where you tell him you give him money on the
Cameo.
internet. He's cameo, bro. Can you get Eddie Jones,
should
Eddie
try-
Bravo to
We should
indoctrinate
try-
me, bro?
If I can get him or Alex Jones.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
That'd be awesome. Okay, no, go quick thing. Quick,
I need a piss, so
give me 1 minute, bro.
nah.
You can't do 1 minute.
Nope.
Okay, I'll do it. Just me and the listener. You leave it here, and listener, I'm gonna bring this thing into the station. Thank you for joining us on this very exciting episode of Shut Up, Dude. There's a very last moment of tunnel talk that I need to discuss. Martin Butler, who wrote the definitive book on the North Head tunnels. Elvis and I did a fascinating bonus episode about the North Head tunnels. That's available on patreon.com/shutupdudenz. It's a government conspiracy inside a tunneling story, inside like a Nicolas Cage fucking mystery. It's a crazy, incredible story. The reason I'm bringing it in tonight is Martin Butler has asked the Tupuna Maunga Authority for permission to look for the tunnels again. So nobody's been able to look for it. They've been stonewalling him for ages, and he's just made a 320-page submission to the Tupuna Maunga Authority to say, let me look. That's all. Here's 300 pages of why you should let me look. There's all kinds of wild theories about this. It could be anything down there from mustard gas to old planes to nukes to just old, slowly spoiling ammunition, which is why some people want to look for it, is that they think the whole North Head Hill could explode. Because ammunition doesn't get safer if you leave it for 100 years. It sits there getting more and more volatile. Anyway, if you want to hear that whole story, that's on patreon.com/shutupdudenz. Thank you very much. Ni howdy.
Thanks.
Good night, everybody.
It's been emotional.
It has been terribly.
I just want to hear the tunneling part. In my heart I have but one desire, an underground tube, the dank and the